As Monocle's editors and correspondents dart from city to city, they get to know the best places to rest their heads, stretch their limbs after a long flight, and kick back with a contact in a hard-to-find cocktail bar. All that information is now available in a new collection of books, Monocle's Travel Guide series. Expect a mix of experiences dotted with some quirky surprises. These are books where grand hotels appear alongside family-owned bistros, and internationally renowned galleries sit next to unassuming indie clubs that play host to top music talent. Published by Gestalten, these travel guides are for people who want to get the most out of their stay, however short, and feel like locals rather than tourists. Up first, London, a city where the pace of change can confound even the locals. It's a city that can seem big and impenetrable until you have our guidebook in your hands. London can be a big beast to tame, even for the people who get to call it home. But this ever-changing and regenerating capital can also charm you with its beauty, from wind-rustled parks to that winding River Thames. Its mix of people, abundance of culture, and the occasional night on the tiles also make it a city that will surprise you and win you over. It may be hard to believe amid the steel and glass towers of the city or bars of East London, but you're in one of the most verdant capitals in the world. Almost half of the city is green space, from manicured flower-bedded squares to wooded idyls to steps from an underground station. It can be a tough crowd, but the populace of London has got used to being richly entertained over the centuries, a facet of the city that's left it awash with venues for music lovers. From rock palaces to intimate jazz bars, we suggest a selection of spaces that hit just the right note. There are almost as many different cuisines on offer in London as there are languages to be heard on its streets. Whichever delicacy takes your fancy, there'll be a spot somewhere in the city that serves a superlative example, and part of the pleasure for food lovers is in the seeking. This place won't ever beg for your adoration, it's just not that kind of town. But if you stick around long enough and occasionally give it your undivided attention, the city will eventually reveal what all the fuss is about. Trust us, it's worth the wait. The Monocle Travel Guide to London is a celebration of all the things we love about this mighty metropolis, but we're brave enough to let you see the wrinkles too. Published by Gestalten, the series kicks off with London and New York in May, to be swiftly followed by Hong Kong and Tokyo this summer. Cities are fun. Let's explore.